the US president has arrived in New Delhi to meet Prime Minister Manmohan Singh on the second day of his official trip. Barack Obama has called on India to do more to bolster peace efforts with Pakistan. The two countries broke off peace talks after the Mumbai attacks of 2008, but Obama's main focus is boosting trade between the US and India. Earlier, he told a group of college students this would benefit both countries.
We have an extraordinary amount of respect for the rich and diverse civilization that has thrived here for thousands of years. We've drawn strength from India's 20th century independence struggle, which helped inspire America's own civil rights movement. We've marveled at India's growing economy and its dynamic democracy. And we have personally enjoyed a wonderful friendship with Prime Minister Singh and Mrs. Kaur over the last 2 years. But of course, I'm not just here to visit. I'm here because the partnership between India and the United States, I believe, has limitless potential to improve the lives of both Americans and Indians.
Well, President Obama has avoided direct references to Kashmir during his visit, but Pakistan's foreign ministry has said the US ought to play a role in resolving that long-standing issue. To discuss this further, we're joined by Ghulam Nabi Fai, who is the Secretary General of the World Kashmir Freedom Movement. Good to have you with us in the studio. So Obama is clear that he wants to see India and Pakistan doing more to resolve their differences. Could the US be doing more?
Yes, in fact, our message is very clear to President Obama. Our message is that he should listen to candidate Obama, who said on October 30th of 2008, I quote, "If I am elected to be the President of the United States, I am going to help India and Pakistan to resolve the issue of Kashmir," unquote. So the urgency is because I am reminded of an article which was published in New York Times by Pankaj Mishra, who is an Indian American. And he said that the presence of 700,000 Indian military and paramilitary forces, they have made Kashmir the largest army concentration anywhere in the world. A parliamentary delegation from European Parliament, after having visited Kashmir, they wrote, "Kashmir is the most beautiful prison on earth." So because of these trends, so it is very important, because in Kashmir right now, when I am talking to you, there are millions of people on the streets. They are all indigenous, popular and non-violent. So I think it is the responsibility of the international community, and headed by the United States, they have to respond to the sentiments of the people of Kashmir who are on the streets and who are non-violent and peaceful.
But that pledge that you pointed out President Obama made before he got elected caused a lot of outrage and a lot of anger in India, who really don't want to see any foreign interference in this.
Yes, we are seeing, I think, what General Mullen, the Chief of the Army Staff of America, said. That's exactly what we want. He said, we offer our understanding to both India and Pakistan to resolve the issue of Kashmir. It's not necessarily the mediation, it's not necessarily facilitation. We should not really go into that linguistic game. But what is important, that without the intervention or without the engagement or without the understanding of the United States, both India and Pakistan, first of all, they are not going to meet. Even if they are going to meet, they are not going to have the serious dialogue over the issue of Kashmir. It is only United States which can persuade both India and Pakistan.
Who does the US lean on in this? Because he is trying to negotiate quite a tight diplomatic tightrope between India and Pakistan. He doesn't want to look like he's siding with one side over the other. Where should he be putting his pressure?
You know, the single most national security issue for United States, for Obama, is Afghanistan. And it is he, President Obama, who said that he's not going to succeed in Afghanistan unless he has the total support from Pakistan. And the Pakistani Prime Minister Raza Gilani is on the record to have said that we cannot afford to give the 100% support to United States unless United States is going to help us to ease the tension on the eastern border with India. And that tension is because of the issue of Kashmir, because Kashmir is the bone of contention, it is the underlying cause, it is the source of friction between the relationship of India and Pakistan.
There were some high-level meetings between India and Pakistan, not formal peace talks, but certainly some high-level politician meetings. Did they achieve anything?
They did not achieve anything, but the most important thing is because the Prince of Denmark the Prince of Denmark in the talks between India and Pakistan, they are the people of Kashmir. For the last 63 years, the people of Kashmir, they have not been included in the talks. So that's why we are really impressing upon both India and Pakistan, as well as the United States, when the future talks between India and Pakistan are going to take place, the genuine, the accredited leadership of the people of Kashmir from both sides of the ceasefire line should be included in the talks. If that leadership is there, then alone you can have the serious and meaningful dialogue between India and Pakistan.
Clearly a very complex situation. Thank you so much for joining us in the studio. Ghulam Nabi Fai there. Well, one of America's biggest global exports is its way of life, of course. And this visit to India is a chance for Barack Obama to showcase efforts to improve the quality of life of all people, not just US citizens. From Mumbai, Rosalind Jordan reports.
Part of the reason why U.S. President Barack Obama is in India is to promote two of his pet policy goals: improved farming techniques and practices, and what he calls transparency in the way government works.
Thank you very much.
The president talked video conference to a group of farmers in Ajmer, several hours north of Mumbai. His administration officials pointed out items such